Why is the number 13 so universally feared, yet whispered in certain circles as a key to profound change? We're told it's unlucky, but what if that's a deliberate misdirection? Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about this enigmatic digit and its surprising ties to transformation. Have you ever felt a subtle shift around the 13th day, or noticed its appearance during significant life events? For centuries, this number has been shrouded in myth and superstition, but its true power might lie far beyond mere luck. Uncover the hidden historical and spiritual significance of 13, a code waiting to be cracked. What if unlocking a deeper understanding of the number 13 could actually accelerate your personal growth and bring about a powerful transformation in your life? This isn't just about ancient superstitions, it's about a universal code that might be influencing you right now. Don't miss out on uncovering the true meaning behind this often misunderstood number, 13. A number that has captivated humanity for millennia. A number often misunderstood, sometimes feared, and yet I propose a universal code for profound change, the number 13. From ancient calendars to modern superstitions, 13 has always carried a weight. It's the unlucky number in Western culture, the number of the coven, the number of the death card in tarot, which, spoiler alert, isn't about physical death but about the end of an era and the beginning of something new. What if all these associations, both positive and negative, are actually pointing to the same fundamental truth about 13? What if it's not simply unlucky, but unsettling? Unsettling because it represents disruption, breaking patterns, and the often uncomfortable process of transformation itself. Think about it. Our world loves patterns of 12. 12 months in a year, 12 hours on a clock face, 12 signs of the zodiac, 12 disciples. 12 represents completion, stability, order. It's a comfortable cycle. But then there's 13. The extra, the anomalous, the disruptive element that pushes beyond the established order. In ancient matriarchal cultures, the number 13 was deeply revered. It aligned with the lunar cycle, approximately 13 new moons in a year. The moon, of course, governs tides, emotions, and cycles of birth, death, and regeneration. It was seen as a feminine number, representing intuition, magic, and the hidden wisdom of the subconscious. Many spiritual traditions also feature a 13th element that brings about change. In some Native American teachings, there are 13 grandmother moons, each guiding a specific aspect of life and transformation. In the Arthurian legends, while there were 12 knights of the Round Table, the quest for the Holy Grail often involved a 13th, more mystical element, a journey beyond the physical. Even in numerology, 13 reduces to a 4, 1 + 3 per 4. And what does 4 represent? Stability, foundation, structure. But it's not just any 4. It's a 4 arrived at through the transformative process of 13. It's a new kind of stability, one built after shedding the old. So what does this mean for us? If 13 is truly a universal code for transformation, how can we tap into its energy? It means embracing the unsettling. It means recognizing that sometimes the unlucky moments, the disruptions, the unexpected changes are precisely what we need to break free from stagnant patterns. It's about having the courage to step outside the comfortable 12 pattern and dare to explore the wild, regenerative territory of 13. Perhaps it's a job loss that forces you to pursue your true passion. Maybe a relationship ending opens the door to profound self-discovery. Or an unexpected challenge pushes you to develop strength you never knew you had. These aren't failures. They're invitations from the universe, coded in the energy of 13, to transform. So, the next time you encounter the number 13, whether it's on a calendar, in a dream, or just feeling a sense of unsettling change in your life, don't dismiss it as bad luck. Instead, ask yourself, what is this trying to transform within me? What old patterns am I being asked to release? What new beginning is waiting to emerge? Because beneath the surface of superstition, 13 offers us a powerful key to unlocking our highest potential. It's the number of rebirth, reinvention, and radical evolution. It's the universal code for transformation. Now let's explore the global paradox of the number 13, feared in the West, yet revered in other ancient cultures. Let's dig deeper, stepping back in time to uncover the sacred and spiritual history of this powerful, enigmatic number. Lunar cycles and divine feminine, 13's ancient roots. To truly understand 13, we have to look beyond our modern, patriarchal, and solar-focused calendars. For much of human history, especially in matriarchal societies, life was governed not by the sun, but by the moon. And the moon, as we know, operates on a cycle of approximately 29.5 days. If you do the math, roughly 13 lunar cycles fit into one solar year. This isn't just an astronomical fact. It was a fundamental rhythm of life. Women's menstrual cycles naturally align with the moon's phases, linking them directly to creation, intuition, and the ebb and flow of nature. This made 13 a deeply sacred number, intrinsically tied to the divine feminine. Imagine ancient cultures, gazing at the night sky from places like the megalithic structures of Europe or the early settlements along the Nile. They saw 13 moons, each with its own character and influence, guiding the seasons, dictating planting and harvesting, and marking spiritual observances. These were the 13 grandmother moons, honored by many indigenous traditions, each carrying specific lessons about wisdom, healing, and evolution. This connection to the feminine principle is vital. The divine feminine embodies intuition, creativity, nurturing, and the power of regeneration, aspects often suppressed or demonized as patriarchal systems rose to prominence. 13, therefore, became a symbol of this wild, untamed, and deeply powerful aspect of existence. We see echoes of this even in seemingly disparate myths. Think of the 12 Olympian gods, often associated with order and the solar cycle. But who is often the 13th figure, the one who brings disruption or a deeper chthonic wisdom? Sometimes it's Hecate, the goddess of magic and crossroads, or Persephone, who journeys into the underworld and brings about the cycle of seasons. The 13th isn't just an addition, it's the catalyst for change, often bridging the known world with the mystical. Even in early Christian Gnosticism, a movement that sought deeper esoteric truths, there were often references to 13. While the canonical Gospels focus on 12 apostles, some Gnostic texts, like the Pistis Sophia, feature Jesus teaching his disciples for 13 years after his resurrection, revealing profound, transformative secrets. Here, 13 represents an extended period of spiritual education, a deeper initiation beyond conventional understanding. This historical reverence for 13 as a number of lunar cycles, divine femininity, and profound initiation stands in stark contrast to its later associations with misfortune. It suggests that the fear we developed in the West was not an original understanding, but rather a deliberate or unconscious inversion, a turning away from the powerful, transformative energies this number truly represents. So, if 13 was once so sacred, tied to the very rhythms of life and the deepest spiritual wisdom, how did it become so demonized? What happened to turn a symbol of divine feminine power into a harbinger of bad luck? This is the question that will drive our motive as we journey through the spiral of time, and we explore the historical shifts that reshaped our perception of this powerful number. For example, what ancient connections to 13 resonate most with you? Overall, these are some of the key factors from ancient wisdom to consider once you decide what this number means to you. Cycle of transformation. In many traditions, 13 represents death and rebirth. It follows 12, which is the number of completeness. 12 months, 12 zodiac signs, 12 disciples. 13 is the step beyond completion, a transition into a higher octave, which is why it is linked with transformation, initiation, and spiritual awakening. 2. Divine Feminine. There are 13 lunar cycles in a solar year, connecting 13 to the moon, feminine energy, and cycles of creation. Ancient goddess traditions revered 13 as sacred, relating to fertility, intuition, and the mysteries of the womb. 3. Death as transformation, tarot. In tarot, card 13 is death, but this does not mean literal death. It symbolizes endings that make space for new beginnings, the shedding of the old self, and the alchemy of transformation. 4. Hidden knowledge and initiation. Many secret societies and mystery schools viewed 13 as the number of the initiate, the one who transcends ordinary cycles, 12, and steps into hidden wisdom, 13. It's the number of the outsider or the hidden master. 5. Sacred geometry and cosmic order. The flower of life pattern contains 13 circles in its core structure, symbolizing creation, unity, and interconnectedness. In Mayan cosmology, there are 13 heavens, levels of consciousness ascending toward Source. Christ and the 12. In Christian mysticism, Jesus with his 12 disciples makes 13. a symbol of the divine center surrounded by the circle of manifestation. Here, 13 represents the Christ principle, transcending the ordinary human cycle and embodying higher consciousness. Alchemy. 13 is considered the number of the great work, the alchemical process of turning base material into gold, symbolic of the soul's transformation into its divine essence. The esoteric keynote of 13. Shadow meaning: fear of change, resistance to endings, clinging to old cycles. Sacred meaning: embracing transformation, honoring cycles, awakening hidden knowledge, embodying rebirth. Now it's where we bring all our insights home. We've journeyed from seeing 13 as a hidden constant in the universe to understanding its unlucky facade as a powerful catalyst for change. Now it's time for some personal reflection, a call to action, and a final empowering reframe of this extraordinary number. We've explored how 13 often signals a crucial moment for evolution. Now, I invite you, right here, right now, wherever you are, to take a moment for deep personal reflection. Think about your own life. Where do you feel stagnant? Are there relationships, career paths, creative projects, or personal habits that feel like they've run their course, but you're clinging to them out of comfort or fear? What beliefs are holding you back? Are there old narratives about yourself or the world that are restricting your potential? Perhaps a belief that you're not good enough, or it's too late for me? What discomfort are you avoiding? What necessary conversation, difficult decision, or brave step have you been postponing, knowing deep down it needs to happen? These are the areas ripe for your 13th hour transformation. This isn't about wishing for chaos. It's about consciously identifying where a break from the old is not just desired, but essential for your next level of growth. It's about recognizing that sometimes things need to fall apart so that better things can come together. Think of it as identifying the old skin you're ready to shed. What aspects of your current reality are no longer serving your highest self? What needs to be disrupted to make way for your more evolved reality? This reflection is the first crucial step in actively co-creating your transformation, rather than passively waiting for it to happen. Remember, 13 isn't a curse. It's a universal invitation. It's a recurring motif in the grand tapestry of existence, signaling moments when the known gives way to the unknown, when limitations are broken, and when a higher potential is called forth. Instead of dread, let's greet 13 with a sense of anticipation and excitement. It's the number that holds the energy of radical change, of pushing boundaries, and of stepping into a new, more evolved reality. It tells us that what we once thought was impossible is now within reach, provided we are willing to let go of the old. From the very structure of the cosmos to the pivotal turning points in our personal lives, 13 acts as a guidepost, marking the transition from one state of being to another. It's the whisper that says, it's time to transform. So, as you go about your days when 13 appears, let it be a reminder that you are resilient, capable of profound change, and constantly evolving. Let it be an empowering symbol that encourages you to embrace the flow of life, trust the process of dismantling the old, and bravely step into the extraordinary new reality that awaits you. Thank you for joining me on this journey as we decoded the number 13. I hope this has empowered you to look at this often feared number through a completely new lens. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what 13th hour transformation are you ready to embrace? Or if you want more insight, comment 13 in the comment section. Until next time, keep transforming. Universal Consciousness signing out.